Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox and take a closer look at the Nike MX90 Premium. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box. So in this box is a pair of Nike MX90 Premium shoes, and this pair is in the men's UK size 9, US 10, Europe 44, Brazil 42, 28 cm, and it's in the Pro Green, Pale Ivory, Forest Green colourway. Now let's go ahead and open up the box by flipping up the box lid to reveal the contents inside, and of course showing you the details that's on the box packaging as well. And now let's go ahead and peel back the wrapping paper to reveal the Nike MX90 Premium in the Pro Green, Pale Ivory, Forest Green colourway. And let's lift out the pair of shoes from its box packaging. And we can see there appears to be some spare laces. And lifting out the left shoe as well. And just checking through, making sure nothing else is left in the box packaging. We can set it on the left hand side of the tabletop. And now just giving you an overall look at the shoes with the spare laces. We can see it appears to be in forest green and pale ivory or white. Okay, and just going to set the right shoe in the background as we focus in on the left shoe first. So giving you a look at the left shoe of this Nike MX90 Premium. And let's do a 360 rotation so you have a full and clear look of the shoe before we start taking in much closer in looks at the details of the shoe. So now we can see the overall green and kind of silvery color of the shoes. And you can see the suede details for the Pro Green panels, and of course there is this nubuck feeling forest green mudguard running on top of it. So giving you a look at the vamp, that silvery grey vamp or toe box mesh, and giving you a look at that midsole and outsole as well. So the midsole is in that pale ivory, and the outsole or sole or bottom of the shoe is in gum, as we can see, in that kind of pale brown color. Now as we slowly move towards the back, we can see the overlays and the various textures with the Nike swoosh in that pale ivory color with some distressed texturing on it. And of course we continue to see that Pro Green suede just beneath that swoosh layer. And of course continuing with the forest green mudguard, and of course in that heel window with the Amex branding in it as well. And of course we see the iconic MX90 wedge with the Max Air unit, and we can see the coloration in it with that pale ivory inside of the Air unit. And the wedge itself has a kind of taupe colouring to it, as you can see, or kind of very, very pale grey. Now taking a look at the heel or back of the shoe, so we can see the Nike Air branding on the heel tab or TPU panel, and the other details as well, continuing on from the outside to the inner side of the shoe. So So we see that silvery grey mesh as well as the other green hues or tones and the white tones as well. And moving back towards the front or tip or toe of the shoe. And to give you that look of that fine suede pro green panel. And now taking a look from the tip or toe front of the shoe and slowly moving towards the back along its length. So you can see that kind of pale ivory shoelaces, and giving you a look at the aglets or tips of the laces as well. And there is quite a puffy Air Max tongue, so you can see right there, with the Air Max embroidery with a line right over it. And you can see on the edges there is some material along the edges of the tongue. And taking a look at the back of the tongue and its label right there, and of course the lining as well, so you can see the various details right throughout. And of course with the ankle and heel collar, it does have a thick puffiness to it with a light to medium and very evenly padded or bolstered right throughout from the ankle towards the heel or back and right around to the outer side or inner side as well. And same with the tongue, light and puffy. Okay, so let's pop out the inner stuffing or paper stuffing from the shoe so we can take a better look at the inside details, so we can see the materials label or composition sticker on the sock liner, and the lining details as well. So you can see once again that light shimmer of that silvery grey lining, and with the sock liner or insole in that pro green finish. So right there, an overall look at the inside details of this Nike MX90 Premium. Now let's take a look at the bottom sole of the shoe. So you can see that overall light gum finish or colour of the rubber sole with that iconic waffle design or traction pattern. So you can see some matte as well as some glossy surfaces with the light reflecting off them. And to give you some sense of this rubber sole, just dragging my finger and tapping my fingernail on the various parts of the sole. And now let's do a flexibility bend and twist test with my hands to give you some idea of the shoe's pliability, firmness or stiffness. And to give you some idea of the firmness of the midsole as well, just applying some pressure with my thumbs. along the midsole. And now just bending or popping the shoe back in shape and giving you another close-up look. And now let's take a look at the right shoe. So just popping the left shoe back into the background as we now take a look at the right shoe of this Nike MX Premium in the Pro Green, Pale Ivory, Forest Green colorway. Now let's do a 360 rotation with this side as well, so you have that full and clear look. And now taking that close-up look at its details. So once again we see that overall green color of the shoe with that forest green nubuck, as well as the short nap suede of the Pro Green underlayer, as well as that silvery grey mesh vamp. And on this side the laces are green in contrast to the pale ivory laces on the left shoe side. So once again with the mudguard window we can see the Amex branding on it, and with the wedge seeing right through that iconic Max Air unit. And at the back once again we see the Nike Air branding, so we can see the elements with the TPU panels in the forest green colouring for the eye stays as well. Now let's take a look at the insides of the shoe. So we've already seen the laces earlier at the beginning, so let's set them to the side right there. And giving you a look inside of the shoe. So once again we see that it does have that light shimmering finish or texture to the lining of the shoe. And let's pop out the paper stuffing so we can see the inside details, and with that green sock liner as well with the Nike Air branding on it. And taking a look at the sole, once again, same details with the gum light brown finish on this waffle sole. Now let's take a look at the pair together side by side. And I'm just going to move the laces so they don't interfere with the foreground while keeping it in the frame as we look at the pair. And from the front to the back, and directly from the back, and the bottoms or soles of the shoes with their rubber gum-like brown colour. So that's the Nike MX90 Premium. Thanks for watching and happy walking!